Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island USA, Season 6, Episode 15.
We are not going to keep you waiting. Blair, you ready to walk us through this?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So bombshells are here. They are getting to know the Islanders who decided to twist. So we find out Nigel is 28 from Houston. He is a Sagittarius.
Okay.
Kenny is 24 and Cassidy is 27 and she lives in Miami.
Okay.
Kendall thinks Cassidy is beautiful, and he's looking forward to someone he can chat with, get to know, but also put a little bit of pressure on Nicole.
Hey, listen here, man. Any white girl that walks into this villa, man, Kendall want first dibs. That's basically how it goes.
So Leah and Janae, or Kenny says that he's most into Leah and Janae.
Okay.
Nigel says Leah and Janae as well.
Okay. Nice.
Cassidy is more so looking forward to checking everybody out, having conversations. She did, however, tell us in the confessional that she liked Miguel and Kendall because they were outgoing. She appreciated their personalities.
Okay, nice.
So Kenny pulls Leah for a chat, and they talk about animals because she has horses and pigs and foster dogs, and he does some pet sitting. So they kind of bond over that. Connor knew that Leah was going to twist as he's sitting up on the balcony watching all this go down. And he just didn't want to switch up. He wanted it to be clear that this is what she was doing.
And listen, nice move, smart move, actually. Better move than what I suggested. And during this time, everybody who's on that balcony, even Nicole, I want to point out Nicole, she is so upset she's sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Liv had to tell her, stand up. Have some coof about yourself. Stand up. And she was like, I don't want to watch this. Well, at least stand up, please. You know?
Yeah. So Leah thought that Kenny was handsome and easy to talk to. And she even tells him, Connor is a good dude, just not for me. I mean, you're even telling the new guys before you even tell Connor. I mean, goodness.
Connor did not even have a conversation yet about how you really feel.
Right.
Only thing he knows is that he was left on the dance floor.
Yes.
You know?
So Janae and Nigel talk.
Yeah.
She talks about how she spent her summers in Asia being a military kid, and they both have birthdays in December. Ooh.
It's okay. We got through it.
Nigel thinks that she's gorgeous, well-traveled, and bubbly, and their conversation flowed pretty good.
Here's the thing about Janae. She is very bubbly. I even was talking to my wife while watching the show, and I was like, the thing about Janae, I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I think Janae likes anyone who likes her first.
It seems that way.
So I can't really tell what her type is. As long as there's interest in her, she comes off as very bubbly. I don't know how real it is. I'm not saying she's fake, but I think she likes being liked. And maybe what she's been through, maybe she wants someone to actually like her for her. You get what I'm saying?
So Kendall and Cassidy chat. He finds out that she has 2 dogs. Nicole sees that Kendall and Cassidy are chatting, and she's talking about she don't care yet. She's huffing and puffing and stomping around.
Huffing and puffing.
So he was enjoying chatting with somebody new, a potential connection.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he is looking to find someone here, something real.
Yeah.
So Nicole is shocked now.
Shocked.
He can do what he wants, but don't make me feel bad for getting to know somebody else. Now she feels like Kendall is making her decision easier.
What are your thoughts so far?
My thoughts so far, really, Nicole was the standout person during this first section of her just kind of flipping out when you're the one who wants to get to know somebody else and allow him to do what he wants. I think why she was so mad is because she thought he was doing it out of spite.
Yeah.
But even if he was, Nicole, like, you can't dictate his moves and you can't be angry with him for that. At least I felt like she was kind of out of line because you're not the only one that gets to talk to people and make connections here.
Exactly. I'm going to say this because there's other scenes with Nicole, but I'm going to say it early while y'all still watching. Nicole is upset because Kendall rejected her. And guys like Kendall not supposed to reject girls like Nicole. Oh. Dude, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Basically, the fact that he's basically, because sometime throughout the episode, she's like, be a man, show confidence, basically stay there while I get to know another man and show me that you're really into this so you can, like, later down the line tell him he's not it.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Guys like Kendall, guys that wear the red nose on their face, guys that are goofy, guys that be jerking and saying they sexy and things like that, they're not supposed to say, you know what, Nicole, I'm going to go talk to other people too. And now she's like, I feel embarrassed. Why do you feel embarrassed? If anything, like, if it's true on what you said about it's 50-50 or that you like Kendall more, slightly more than Miguel, you shouldn't be this angry.
Yeah.
Why don't you stay on the course and, like, still talk to both guys equally and things of that nature. Don't put it all on him, you know?
So Nigel and Serena get to chatting.
Yeah.
They talk about music. They're both into R&B. Cordell was really not expecting her to twist.
Yeah. Cordell.
He says that he's going to hear her out. He's not mad. He just feels really stupid right now.
Yeah.
And she said, and he also says at one point, like, you know, you guys did warn me. She said that she was happy about everything and the pace that we were going. Yeah. If she felt otherwise, and she should have just told me.
One thing I wanted to point out about Cordell, if you look at the last episode of the show, there was a part where they both was talking, and he said, you know, we both still open, and, you know, and we still trying to explore our options. And Serena's trying to depend on that conversation that they had, basically justifying, saying, I thought we was open, and basically, like, I was expecting you to twist as well. The problem with Cordell is that I think he said that, but he did not mean that he wants to be open. I think he's still trying to appease Serena by saying, hey, you know, we both still open, because he don't want to suffocate her. Yeah. Because that would
then she'll run away
again. Exactly. So he's saying things like, you know, we still open, but really he don't. That's why he's hurt, because he's like, I don't really want to be open, but I'm just saying that we're open so you won't run away again. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, do you think that's wrong on him?
It's not wrong on him, but I don't know if it's right or wrong. I'm just reading it from his POV. I think he just really needs to stand on who he is and the type of person that he is. If he's the type of person that, and like, I don't want to say suffocate, but if he's who he is, then just be that. I think the reason why I'm not putting right or wrong on him is because she started liking him again when he moved on. Yeah. So I'm like, it's not really his fault that he's trying to, appease her in that way. I think he should just be honest and be like, hey, do you want me or not? Yeah. Like you want me. I did not do anything different. I'm literally not a different guy. You just want me now because I was talking to somebody else, because I had a chance to be with Nicole at one point. But now I'm trying to appease you by trying to talk your language and saying, yeah, we both open, right?
Yeah, I think that I don't think it was wrong on Cordell to basically say like he gave Serena an out in some type of way. I don't think so. If Serena is coming back into this person's face after saying she's not interested, then she should show a little bit more commitment.
That is true.
Than the other person in the equation. Yeah. And Cordell, even whether he wants to be locked down or not, Serena is in a position to where she kind of needs to prove how serious she is, and she didn't prove that with this game. Yeah. So, but Serena's talking to Nigel. Okay. And telling him that she needs a protector, a provider, and she looks for ambition in a partner. And she talks about how, you know, she is open to exploring this connection with Nigel.
Listen, you said it much better than I did. I think I said it in like a way that was too long.
Well, you said it your way, and Cordell needs to say things his way.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I understand that, right?
So everyone else comes down to meet the bombshells. Okay. Aaron asks, so what's all y'all's types? Basically, who y'all's trying to steal?
Exactly.
So Kenny they're all pretty much vague, but Kenny says that he wants a woman. He's over these one night stands. He wants somebody stable. Nigel wants something legit and serious. Okay. And Cassidy says that people that she would have been attracted to behavior wise have kind of turned her off, but she's more so about personality than anything.
Did you see who she was talking about right there?
Rob.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because we heard her little tagline when she first came in, like she's coming straight from Rob, but Rob looks completely out the game. Yeah. He looks uninterested, like completely. Like, I don't want to talk to her. I don't really care about the bombshell. I'm just going to be in the corner and not even be in the conversation, you know?
So the girls chat. Janae thinks that she likes, that the new girl likes Rob and Miguel. And Leah's like, well, she pulled Kendall first.
That is true.
Janae said that it wouldn't make sense for him to stay on the dance floor talking to Nicole, because Nicole is like freaking out. And she's saying like, him staying on the dance floor when you openly said that you're talking to two guys, like that doesn't make any sense. Like, and also he has to protect his heart.
Exactly.
Well, Nicole is annoyed that they're defending him, and she's like, well, you guys don't know, like he never said that he was open to getting to know other people and all this type of stuff. Yeah. And basically what you said earlier was that she wanted him to stand by her to prove how much he was interested to her, to basically kind of win win her affection. And I don't think we're in a position to where people need to be winning people's affection. This is about meeting people, chatting, building connections. Now, if you're in Serena's position, I think you need to be working to win affection because you acting real wishy-washy.
Come on.
But other than that, everybody else is here to get to know people and find out what their strongest connection is.
Listen, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. The fact that the thing that made me upset in this conversation, we know who Kendall is. Even though I think Kendall is a goof, he is the guy that everybody loves on the villa, in the villa. And the fact that Nicole was like, I'm upset that y'all defending him. We're going to defend Kendall now.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted now. Like, you're new here. You're not true here. And the fact that she's like, you're defending him, it's not all about spite. You was embarrassed because guys like Kendall is not supposed to turn down girls like Nicole because you feel like Kendall is basically a goof and he's not a man. That he's basically did the first act of a man that he did that I seen on the show is basically choose himself first.
Right.
And he said, you know what? I'm going to be open to. I'm not just going to stand here holding like, you know, the bag and I get caught. No. You going to explore? I'm going to explore.
Right. So as the guys are talking, Connor thinks that the new girl Cassidy is gorgeous.
Okay.
Kendall says that they had a really good chat. Rob didn't get a read off her personality, but says she's pretty and he wouldn't be opposed to something going on.
That sounds like somebody who cares.
So the guys don't think Kendall is wrong because he's seeing Nicole having her freak out from across the way. And he's like, did I do something? Like, do y'all think I'm in the wrong? And they're like, no. He thinks it's insanity if she's upset about him getting to know somebody else when she's literally doing the same thing.
100%. Even worse.
Yeah. So Serena pulls Cordell for a chat.
Yeah.
Serena is trying to explain why she twisted. And she goes back to that conversation to where they both said that they were open.
Yeah.
She says, we agreed on that. Cordell says that he's open to explore, but the thing is he's happy with where he's at, and that's why he decided to stay. He's just feeling really stupid right now. And I think that people, or at least Serena, is choosing to misconstrue the game because I think the purpose of the game was to see who was happy with their couple.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean that you're not open to a new connection, but you're happy where you're at currently. But she's flipping it to saying, well, we said we were open, but that's not what the rules of the game was. So
main entree of semantics with a side of lies.
Exactly.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head perfectly. I really didn't think of it or even take it that far like you did, where you was like, because Serena was the one that rejected him before and now she's coming back to him when he didn't do anything different or change who he is. I think the pressure and the responsibility is on her to show more effort and more intention with him than it is for him to do it with her. I do agree with that point.
Right. So it is bedtime.
Okay.
Miguel, just out of nowhere, y'all.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Miguel tells Liv that he doesn't see anything more than sexual attraction with Liv. Liv is like, why didn't you tell me that before? And he said, well, because I wanted to get to know you. She tells him, enjoy your life, and she walks off.
Yeah.
And then Nicole asks Kendall if she needs to build a divider.
Nicole, get a grip. No, seriously, get a grip.
Yeah.
Because you just mad that he beat you to the punch. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
Because truth be told, like, if you're so mad, just 100% focus on Miguel then. But maybe Blair may be right on the last episode. Watch the last review, y'all, where she was like, Blair basically said, maybe Nicole knows that Miguel is a player. Maybe she knows, and that's an internal fight that she's having with, like, I know I'm going to get burned at the end messing with Miguel. And now she don't even have a safety net no more in Kendall. And Kendall's like, well, I'm not going to let you just play me like that.
Exactly. I'm not a safety net.
Exactly.
I'm Kendall.
Exactly.
So it's the next day. And it's early wee in the morning. Nigel gets a text that the bombshells are going to be going on a secret group date with the Islanders of their choice. So they wake them up. Kenny chooses Janae. Nigel chooses Serena. Cassidy chooses Miguel. So as everyone else is starting to wake up, Leah is wondering, maybe they're on a date.
Yeah.
Well, Leah, you are right for once.
Yeah.
So on their date, they go to this like floating bar in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
Nigel and Serena hold hands as they jump in the water.
Nice.
Cassidy and Miguel are snorkeling, and Janae and Kenny are enjoying the floaties and talking and hanging out there.
Facts.
It was a beautiful date. I thought it was really nice.
It definitely was fun. It definitely was fun.
Yeah, I felt like, well, I guess we'll get further into it, but I felt like just being away from the villa and being in this environment, I thought that it would kind of spark more connections for people. Like they might feel more things just because of the scenery and things like that. Maybe. I don't know.
Not when you got guys like Miguel on the trip though.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's kind of weird, but I think we go dig into it a little bit more.
So Aaron and Leah talked.
Yeah.
Leah said that she took a back seat on the decision to vote out Andrea, and this because Aaron is asking. Aaron's just trying to figure out the lies from the facts and trying to make sure he remembers what Leah says and get it down clearly, because he already knows this. Aaron says that, you know, Rob is still pretty much broke up about it. Liv tells Kayla and Nicole what Miguel said about him finding her sexy, and that's about it. And she says, yeah, I laughed, not to cry, but it really did hurt her feelings. Like, she honestly feels like her personality is better than her looks.
Yeah, and then she started to cry. She tried not to cry, but she cried. Let me make something clear. We are 15 episodes in on this show, and as you may know, I am not a fan of Liv at all, right? I even graded her looks a 3, I think I did, out of 10. But in no way do I approve of Miguel doing what he did to Liv. Like
that was just mean and unnecessary.
That was cheap. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to even initiate that conversation and say, well, you know, I'm just sexually attracted to you and that's it. That's not right. Because, you know, in every couple days there's a recoupling, and she already knew that you was open and she was open and things of that nature. Basically, she knows the game. Yeah. So for you to basically hurt her feelings in that way, I did not approve of that in the least a bit.
Yeah, me neither. So Janae and Kenny have a talk. Yeah. She talks about how she likes to travel. He has traveled to 17 countries, and Japan was his favorite, and that is where she was raised for 5 years. Okay. They end up feeding each other pizza. Next, we move on to Cassidy and Miguel, and there really wasn't much long conversation between them. They just enjoyed snorkeling together. Okay. Kendall ends up pulling Nicole, and she tells him this. She tells him, "I'm gonna hear you out." She already came over with an attitude. So Kendall thought Nicole would not stick because she's talking to Miguel. Nicole asked, you know, did you stand there out of spite? And Kendall says no, but it is hard for him to see her give Miguel the same energy that she has been giving him. Facts. Nicole was upset that Kendall wasn't acknowledging her feelings last night.
Go ahead first, Blair.
I guess my thing is, like, there really wasn't an opportunity for y'all to talk because you was on the balcony and I was down here getting to know people. Exactly. So there really wasn't much time. I guess you could have thought maybe he would talk to you before bed or something. But I think that's what the daytime is for, is when we can actually sit down properly and have these conversations. But yeah, Nicole, she's being unfair. So
yeah, first of all, Nicole, what if it is out of spite? Like you making it seem like he can't do something out of spite. Yeah. Like Leah got Andrea out of the villa out of spite. So how come he can't protect himself, as Janae said in scenes before, out of spite, saying, you know what? You was talking to Miguel. You kissed Miguel. Miguel over here telling me that y'all gonna recouple and be together. Even if that's true or not, I'm just taking it from Kendall's POV. This is all I'm hearing, right? As Kendall, right? And Kendall, like, you know what? I need to protect myself from this person who seems like they are playing me. Because at first, I hear him that it's 50-50. How is it 50-50 if you know me longer than this bombshell? And now you basically saying that, oh no, you are basically above him, but I still want to get to know Miguel. It's kind of like, it's an oxymoron. If you're really that into me, then be into me. Right. You get what I'm saying? So the problem with Nicole is that she was just embarrassed, and that's all. Well, Liv is pondering on Leah's behavior, and it is not right. Okay. They all stood up for their decision to get Andrea out, but now she's wanting to back out to make it seem like it wasn't her. Liv is not trusting Leah at this point. Okay. Aaron is like, yeah, she keeps saying she took a back seat, and he is right along there with Liv. Listen here, Aaron have opened up a federal investigation against Leah to figure out what is going on with this whole voting thing. And to base, Karab said in a couple episodes ago, this was basically a failure of the system. What did he say? The system failed. The system failed, Andre. And Aaron's like, I will make sure the system will never fail again. Exactly. Okay? So he's going to get justice for his friend Rob for Andrea. Yes. Right. Interesting. Right. Well, Serena and Nigel are talking on their date still. Okay. He enjoyed their jump in the water. We learned that he's been in 4 relationships, but at this point, he's looking for something stable, but still fun and playful. Okay.
Cordell, back at the villa, says that they've got to be on a date.
Yeah, they are on a date.
He hopes that she doesn't kiss the guy because it would be going against her word, talking about she's a slow burner, and that's why she didn't kiss him.
That's true.
Nigel tells her she has beautiful lips. He thinks that she'd probably be a good kisser. And Serena tells him, you might find out later on, but she does not give up the kiss.
She did not give him the kiss. Now, here's the thing. She's open to knowing this guy, but she's not open to kissing this guy. Guess what, Nicole? You could have done that with Miguel, but you wanted to kiss Miguel to the point where he kissed you the first time. You could have let that go, but you kissed him a second time.
Right.
So, like, this is one way of exploring options by being a quote-unquote respectable queen, as Serena called herself. You get what I'm saying?
So Cassidy and Miguel are talking.
Yeah.
Miguel is telling Cassidy he finds her voice sexy. And she already clocks him and says, I think you're a bit of a player.
She don't care.
Well, he wants to make his mark known, so he goes ahead and lays a kiss on her.
Oh, of course.
Janae and Kenny are talking, and he's looking for a woman, somebody to build with. And she's saying that she kind of feels like a cougar because she's 27, he's 24.
Yeah.
I'm like, Janae, like, let it go.
Yeah, please.
Let it go. You're going to make him
Your
uncomfortable.
flame is burning a little too high. Tone it down a little bit.
Y'all aren't that far in age.
Exactly.
He asks for a taste of her lips, but she decides to give him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, like Janae, I don't know what her personality is. It just seems like a lot in this moment. You get what I'm saying? Like, your flame is burning a little too high. Just turn it down a little bit. That's all.
Right. Well, Rob and Aaron are talking.
Okay.
Comparing notes. Rob wants to talk to Leah today.
Uh-oh.
He knows she lied about a lot of stuff. She was looking to benefit from getting Andrea out. And he just wants to lay the facts out to her and wish her the best. He says everyone reaps what they sow. And the door is now closed.
He's basically saying, listen here, I don't want nothing to do with Leah. She's been lying. Thank you, detective, for coming back with all this information.
Yep.
And now I made my decision that I'm going to let her know today that the door is closed. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and Connor is frustrated because he's given Leah opportunities to be honest, and she just has not been with him.
Well, she just been lying to everybody.
She's been telling the whole village she don't like Connor except for Connor.
Even the new guy knows she don't like Connor.
Exactly. So everyone gets back from their dates.
Yeah.
The guys talk. Miguel says that they kissed and this was probably the best date of his life. But he says for the experience, not because of Cassidy.
Not because of Cassidy.
Because they were on a floating bar in the middle of Fiji.
He never been there before.
He was like, this is great.
Yeah.
The bombshells all talk. Cassidy says that Miguel is very slick. Kenny says that there was a lot of strong nonverbal communication with him and Janae.
Okay.
Then we go to the girls. Serena thought Nigel was cool, but she said no to the kiss. Janae thought Kenny was cute, and she gave him a kiss on the cheek because she's going to make him work for it.
Okay, I see you, Janae.
So as nighttime rolls around, Serena talks about how Cordell is still her number one. So Serena ends up pulling Cordell for a chat. He says he was thinking about her the whole day.
Okay.
She tells him about how the date went and the conversation was good.
Yeah.
She makes a joke that they made out, but she's just like, no, like we didn't make out. Like I wasn't going to do that.
Don't play with me like that.
She says that he tried to kiss her, but she is very happy in her couple. She does tell Cordell that she likes him more, and Cordell is just happy to hear it. He's all smiles. He's relieved. He ends up picking her up and hugging her. And I'm just like, Cordell.
Oh my goodness, man.
And I don't want to say don't fall for it because I don't know where Serena's head is at half the time. And I think, Cordell, you have a right to be excited, but like, I'm like, kind of maybe carry yourself like Kendall. Protect your neck a little bit. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I think I know where Serena's head is at, and her head is in the game. I don't know if y'all picked up on this. It's very small. When I say very small, very, very small. There was a point where her and Kayla was looking for a spot to look at Leah and Connor on the dock, right? And they basically was like, how do you think Connor's going to react? And that's when Serena said he can't do nothing. He's stuck, right? She's talking game lingo.
Yeah.
And basically I'm like, oh, I think Serena's playing the game. I think she knows Cordell is America's sweetheart, at least for now. And she's like, yeah, you're still my number one. This guy, I don't think he has enough personality. I don't think he has a likable personality enough to where America's going to vote him the most. Even if, in truth be told, I don't think she likes him anyway. Talking about the black guy, Miguel is his name? Yeah. Right? I don't think she like him anyway.
The black guy is Nigel.
The black guy's Nigel, sorry, right? So I don't think she like him. So I think Cordell is the safe choice, and she's just trying to, fix the problem that potentially was there or could be there, in the future based on that dance game that they did,
Yeah. So Cassidy goes to talk to the guys.
Yeah.
She ends up talking to Rob, and she's asking him what are some of his goals. And he just pretty much says he's trying to get a girlfriend. He compliments her eyes. She likes his tattoos. And she's, basically saying, oh, you're coming out of your shell a little bit. And Rob's like, all you got to do is say hi to me. I'll talk.
Exactly. She's like, I haven't even heard your voice. And he was like, well, you didn't come up to me. The best way to hear me talk is to come up to me and say hi.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Rob is not interested in this girl. Rob is interested in this episode on closing this case.
Rob's on a mission right now.
Yes, exactly.
So we'll see what happens after the mission, who he's really into.
Exactly.
So Liv and Nigel have a chance to talk. He tells her that he is originally from Michigan.
Facts.
They talk about how it's cold and snowy in Michigan. There's really not much snow in Australia. He thinks that there might be something there with Liv. And Liv tells him straight up, I like people who are straight up. And she also fights for her friends.
Okay.
She ended up liking how confident he was and how into the conversation he was as well.
Okay.
So Leah is over there telling Serena that tonight's the night.
Yeah, because Connor was playing Frisbee and she was like, I have to do it now.
So Leah pulls Connor to go to the dock. She tells him, I think you got me at a vulnerable time.
Oh, no.
It felt right in the moment, but then it just started to feel wrong.
Oh, no.
I'm the problem, though.
Not
You're
you.
great. You're great.
No.
Connor says, we've had so many conversations where you could have been honest. And Leah's like, I was honest. I never said I was all in. And then she tells him, you're just good. You're too good for me. Connor feels like a few of his days were wasted, especially last night. Like he ended up feeling stupid. He was saying, look, the villa was telling me that you weren't into it, but you told me you were. He says, thanks for saying I'm a nice guy, though. I mean, Leah wasn't going to take accountability for anything in that conversation.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You see, my thing is, Connor, I want to feel bad for you, but at the end of the day, this is what karma is, right? We saw this coming when you basically dumped Janae for no reason and then started throwing shade at Janae for no reason. I'm like, okay, like what are you doing? You're trying to basically impress Leah by throwing shade at Janae, which I didn't understand at all. But in this situation, she tells Connor that you have nothing to apologize for. I'm the problem. I want y'all. That is an exact quote. I am the problem.
For right? Those who don't believe,
Leah is the problem. Leah says, I am the problem.
Yeah.
And the problem with this is that I don't know where this leaves Leah because Leah don't know what Rob about to drop on her.
No.
And I don't know where this leaves Connor. Well, I guess vote it out. You get what I'm saying? So is there anything else you thought about that conversation?
Nope.
I'm happy it finally happened.
Yeah,
you get
I'm
what I'm
glad
saying?
she finally told him.
Yes.
So we can stop going around hearing Leah whisper about him.
Exactly.
So Serena and Leah talk. Leah says that Connor ended up taking it well, and she is back to being single and vulnerable.
Okay.
Well, Connor and Kendall talk. Connor is like, at least she was finally honest. But the writing was on the wall the whole time.
Okay, facts.
Rob goes to pull Leah for a chat. And he tells her, look, you said you never talked bad about me or Andrea or Me Too Andrea. I knew it was a lie when you said it, but I didn't want to fight you on it. He dug deeper and he found out she was lying. You actually had a big part when getting Andrea out. And Leah says, from who? It's not true. And Rob just wants to know why.
Yeah.
Leah ends up calling Liv over and asks her, tell me why he thinks that I had a big part in getting Andrea out. Liv says, you said you took a backseat in the conversation. Leah said that she wasn't trying to get a large opinion. Liv is like, you, Kayla, and Serena voted her out, and I did not. But we weren't going to say that. We all were going to say that we made a joint decision. But you just want to kind of take your hands off as though you had no role in it. Liv says... and then she tells Liv to shut the F up.
Okay, that's what Leah said to Liv. Okay.
And then Liv asks her, so what does backseat mean to you? And Leah was saying that she took a backseat to their relationship.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, do you see what it means in my eyes now? And Liv is just like, your eyes aren't always correct. I think you're just trying to save your own behind.
Possibly.
Leah says, I never said I didn't talk mess about you. Rob was like, you did. Liv says that you talk about Ron and Andrea. Just own your stuff. Rob asks her if she can wake the F up. You were caught red-handed. And Serena gets all big in the britches, talking about we ain't going to gang up on Leah. So she walks over. And then Janae ends up following over, as well as Kayla. And I'm just like, y'all, relax.
Simmer down.
Relax. Leah says that I said I took a backseat in the situation. And Rob is telling her that's not what you said to me. And Liv is like, look, if that's what you want to convince yourself that you said, then God help you, girl.
Yeah.
Rob is just like, so why were you lying to me this whole time? Rob is just like, you know what? My doors are shut. Have a good night. We're done. Rob wanted Leah to admit at least one of the lies. He doesn't like calling girls crazy, but he can't think of any other word to call her.
Listen here. I'm going to go. Thank you for that scene, Blair.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I have this thing where I say a main entree of semantics with a side of lies. That's what Leah was trying to do, right? It's no, I didn't say backseat. I said backseat to their relationship. Listen here. Anybody with a brain can know that you did not like Andre and Rob being together. Plain and simple, right? And the thing about it is, I don't even blame you for trying to get Andrea out, right? I don't understand why you volunteered the information when you was talking to Rob episodes ago that, hey, I didn't vote for Andrea to get out. I really was just like trying to put it in their hands. You volunteered that. No one made you say that. You already like Rob. Rob was already down. You did not even have to bring Andrea up, honestly.
She didn't. She really didn't.
So like, that's why I'm like, you kind of put yourself in this situation because you volunteered you saying I basically took my hands off the wheel of this, where Liv was basically yelling the night of the elimination when everybody was going crazy that, hey, this is the decision we made, period. Right? So she's basically trying to say, hey, I'm standing on it. This is what we did. Live with it, right? Even Serena the next day was like, that girl is gone. Don't bring that girl up to me no more, right? So I think the fact that Leah volunteered that information, I think from Liv POV and Kayla POV, why would you voluntarily just say that it was them that voted for Andrea to go and not you? Because truth be told, it will make sense for you to want Andrea to go. The same way as it would make sense for Liv to say, I want Nicole to go because I just found out Nicole kissed Miguel. You get what I'm saying? So I'm really lost on why she volunteered that information when Rob didn't even ask her. And now she just caught in basically a web of lies, basically. What did you think of this scene?
I just thought that this is Leah being Leah. I mean, I really don't expect much more. She goes around talking about people all day, either can't remember or refuses to admit to the things that she says. And people calling her out on it, and now she's switching and flipping the story because she can't be held accountable for anything. She says she needed to go to therapy, and I completely co-sign that. Yeah, for real. That's where you need to be at.
Now you know they gonna flip it on you.
How so?
They go flipping on you and say, you know, Rob is actually the one that manipulated the scene and got the villa to yell at Leah. They go flip it on you.
Say what you want. Say what you want. But Leah, the fact that she couldn't admit one wrong thing, even in both conversations she had tonight. I mean, I don't want to call the girl a lost cause, but I'm just like, it's really no talking to her.
No, it's not.
It's no talking to her because you're not going to come to a resolution with her because she's not going to be honest.
No.
So, yeah, I honestly feel like I wouldn't mind if Leah left. And we know the next episode is a recoupling. And not to say people on here have to be perfect or morally high ground or anything like that. But I think a good part of the show is conflict and resolution.
Yeah.
And it's irritating when you can't get to the resolution because someone just can't admit their faults.
Listen here. You are 100% right. And if anybody know me, this is not a pro-Rob channel. This is an anti-Leah channel from this side of the table, right? It is me, right? Because Leah got y'all thinking that Rob lied to her and that basically that she went around literally. Rob said, this is what Rob said because I watched the scene 10 times, right? She said, Rob told her, you are gorgeous, right? You are beautiful. And then she went around saying he called me an ogre.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're just blatantly lying. That's not a main entree of semantics. That's lies, you know? And then she twisted up the whole, you're gorgeous, but we don't have a groove. And he's like, yeah, we don't have sexual chemistry. I'm like, Rob never used those words specifically. Semantics with a side of lies. But even though this is an anti-Leah channel from this side of the table, I will put my anti-Leah flag behind me for this episode.
Okay.
I want Nicole out. I want Nicole out. Leah is not my main attraction for this episode. I want Nicole. America, listen to me. Vote Nicole out of here.
Okay.
Leah, we need more Leah. I think Aaron needs to dig more into the investigation and things of that nature. Give Leah a chance to defend herself. Give her a chance to defend herself. We know she lying. But give her a chance to defend herself. But Nicole, you're out of here, sister.
Okay.
You're out of here. Is there anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen here, I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment. We will be back tomorrow night. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.